I'm going to stand up and just get my water out of my backpack, which is right in the corner here.
All right, folks. We are not leaving the stream. We're not canceling. We're not putting you wait. Eric's going to keep talking with his dulcet tones.
I'm going to stay here. Steven's going to head out and grab some delicious pizzas.
All right, Thurston.
Okay, here we go.
All right. Well, that was quite the match.
Who pulled it out? I didn't see.
John Ryan took Dan apart.
Man.
On the back of Teferi Time Raveler, really.
Yeah, I saw a Time Raveler land, and I was like,
is that
well,
for me?
Yes, that's yours.
Fantastic. Thank you.
That's about game after that happens usually. So.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing. So it looks like we have Vincent Brown coming in to see if he can dethrone
the giant killer,
John Ryan Hamilton.
Yep. Oh no! Yeah, next round is going to be Kyle and Elaine.
Ooh.
After this, which is the 2 undefeateds.
Yes. So Kyle, with his mono-ish, mostly mono-green deck, has managed to really tear through the field here.
Yeah, he has. And I saw last game he had Collector Oath against Naveen.
Really?
Yeah, it destroyed him. He landed a turn 2 Collector Oath, and Naveen was just like, well, I guess I'm just going to keep making constructs with this card and hope I can get there because I can't do anything.
That's crazy.
So, which, again, like you said, if Brandon had gotten it in the middle picks when it was available, I may have made the matchup, and it literally won him 2 games.
Changed the matchup. That's crazy.
So, pretty good. So we've got... Vince did tell me he got to live the dream once on Underworld Breach.
Yeah, he did it?
Yeah, he 10-rolled for 12.
Oh.
Like 12 Storm.
Oh, okay.
It was like...
So he stole 24 life from his opponent.
Yeah, he got there, he did it, and he's like, it doesn't matter that I've lost pretty much every other game since, because I got to do it once.
I did my thing
that's all that
one
matters.
time.
Yeah.
John Ryan Hamilton rolling boxcars here on the stream.
Not a good night to go to the casino.
No. Not a good night for Vincent Brown to go to the casino either. It looks like his luck has not been...
not been great here.
Been fantastic. He did draft... I think he has sort of alerted us to a more discard focused red-black archetype.
Yes,
potentially.
Yeah, he has, and I think again it's a little bit more aggressive than what Elaine ended up with, which is like a controlling shell that still has that discard to it.
Mm-hmm.
And this is land petal. That's a turn 1 Lily.
Ooh, that could be big. John Ryan going back to the well.
Oh.
Says no thank you on 7. Going to go to 6, and then just going to have his hand ripped apart.
Yeah.
Is that Liliana the Veil in the hand?
No.
Oh, it's
Last Hope.
It's Last Hope. Oh.
Yes.
So John Ryan is going to be under the gun immediately.
Real quick. Oh, it's... So, land, Mox.
Land, Pearl, Lily.
Yeah. And a Lotus petal.
Petal. And
so he doesn't even have to blow his ritual. He can just...
Gosh.
Oh, wait, no, he does, because he only has 1 black source.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But yeah. Still, that's
if the land is
obscene.
Not the land
it's
is
a
not
mountain.
Okay, yeah. If the land is a mountain, he's gonna have to use his ritual, but that's fine.
Fine, yeah. You get a turn 1 Lily Last Hope. What are you gonna do against that?
Yeah, we did not plan our color coordination.
No, this was
just
all
accidental.
Yeah. Thank you for that though. That's great. Also, hi Iggy. Sorry your brother lost. It happens. I tried.
Yeah.
And we've got we're taking a
Dan says
Boseju's out.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's a sideboard. John Ryan's realizing that's a sideboard card here.
Yeah, it should not be there.
Does not belong here at Don't Be a Jerk REL. I'm sure Mark is fixing that.
Yeah, I'm sure. And so John won the die roll, correct?
Yes, he rolled a 12. So,
yeah, so there is a chance then that Vince could top deck a black source and not need to blow his ritual to just
very possible
win.
Yes, very possible. Unless, of course, I'm mistaken. Which I was, clearly. And here's Liliana, the Last Hope, on the first turn of the game.
Turn 1. This is... Oh, boy.
Here she is, for the uninitiated. So she starts at 3. She needs to get to 7. Once she gets to 7, Vincent is going to make an emblem and start making
a ton of zombies.
All the zombies.
And I have to imagine John is going to scoop at that point.
Well, here's the thing about John Ryan's deck. He can beat that.
That's fair. Yeah. His is the one deck that I think can, because of how powerful Emrakul is.
The whole Emrakul thing is just... Yeah. Emrakul's too much.
Yeah, Annihilator is incredibly powerful.
Right. And even when we discount the Annihilator, like 15 to the Dove is the realistic outcome here. And
we've got a Git probe.
Vincent says, "Show me what you got." John Ryan only too happy to oblige. That's Chain of Vapor
for the Lily.
That's Dig Through Time and Opt.
So that chain's going to answer Lily before she can ult. But he is... Oh, no, because he has the Talisman now, so he can...
Yes.
He can just do that rough.
Yeah, even if Vincent has a discard spell here, John Ryan can and will respond by chaining Liliana.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that's good.
Vincent says, it's time for Ashiok.
Yep. And that is Mr. Dreamrender going to mill him and exile his library.
You couldn't beat Mr. Dream at the end of Punch-Out, and you can't beat Mr. Dream here either, although I suppose this is...
Haven't you beat Mr. Dream at the end of Punch-Out?
I mean, I have.
Come on. It's possible, is all I'm saying.
It's doable. It takes some practice. But this, of course, is not Mr. Dream. This is...
he rends dreams.
Right.
Tears them apart.
They rend dreams. They are totally destroyed.
Yes. And Opt will go to the bottom there.
Yeah.
And John, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't really have a whole lot of search effects in his deck, besides maybe a couple fetch lands.
Well, Aether Searcher is sort of the key. And here we see John Ryan laying down a Marsh Flats, which looks a little bit silly.
Yeah.
He realizes very suddenly...
You can't do that.
You can't do that. I was going to say it's time to fire off the hairdryer, but...
No.
John Ryan realizing...
Very quickly, I have to do this Signet thing now.
I have played a card with no text.
Yep. Well, if he had Chromatic Lantern, he could tap it. Mm-hmm. But Brandon took that from him.
Brandon took that.
Obviously seeing this exact situation unfold and knowing it was coming.
John Ryan getting milled for 4. Drawn from Dream, Sneak Attack, Show and Tell, Seed of the Synod.
Oof. And Opt is...
Opt, can you...
Yep, we got the...
We've blown our horn here, which is a hairdryer in the other room that we can.
Yes.
Opt should be exiled as well.
Opt should be exiled as
well.
The
whole graveyard goes.
The whole graveyard. Yep, he got it.
And they can hear us when the doors open.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
All right, so we have Millen 2 off a Thought Scour. There's a Bristlebrand back from Lily.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no. That feels so bad right now.
Oh my gosh. It's not it.
Yeah, this is not looking good for John here. Especially that one mill eating both the Sneak Attack and the Show and Tell.
That was brutal. And not being able to use Aether Searcher right now either under the even if, can't tinker.
Yep.
Well, I mean, you can cast it, it's just not going to
do anything.
Be very bad.
Yeah, Ashiok, surprisingly relevant here compared to what I originally thought.
Ashiok is just shutting down John Ryan's deck.
Yeah.
It would be just
another
wild
Signet?
if Vincent Brown managed to put another blemish on John Ryan's record here.
Yeah.
Okay. Blue and a red. We're bolting Ashiok.
Okay.
Dream over. All right.
Well, that was torn asunder. Although the amount of resources he had to dedicate to that was just dealing with the Ashiok was pretty exceptional. And he's down to 1 card in hand.
Down to 1 card in hand, although John
Ryan...
Which
is drawn from Dreams.
Yes, I believe so. John Ryan does now have the ability to activate Marsh Flats, which must be a relief.
Yeah, absolutely, Schmidt. If you check on either side here, we actually have our deck plugin live, so you can see their deck list there. And Mark, if you could tweet out real quick the link, we have the spreadsheet of everyone's picks.
If you type !VRD5 in the chat and hit enter, our bot 9th Seed will also link you to that spreadsheet. But yeah, we've got that cardboard live extension going. It's the same as the one they use on the Players Tour. It's fantastic.
And Vince casting a Demonic Tutor here for some other ritual, I assume.
We're digging something up.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I mean, he can... Yeah, he's got a lot at his disposal at this point, and he's in a pretty dominating position here.
Is this a point where you go to get Croxa and start to try to win the game that way?
I think so. If it was me, I would, because you're so far ahead on resources at this point with that Lily, and you know that Chain is there, and you know that Drawn from Dream is there, so if you Croxa and he chains in response, it doesn't really matter.
Actually, I'm sorry, I think Croxa might not be in the main deck.
Oh, it is in the side. Yeah.
Pardon me, yeah, Croxa's not available to Vincent
in the side.
this game.
Okay. Oh, we got 2 mana?
It's time for Underworld Breach.
Oh my.
Vince wants to go off.
Oh my. This is going to be...
John Ryan says that resolves. Vince exiling some cards. Putting Mox Ruby on the battlefield.
Okay.
And then he's going to minus Liliana, right? To fill his graveyard a little more.
Yeah.
No,
we're plussing.
He just wanted that Ruby real bad. All right.
That gets him a land drop away from Gristlebrand.
Okay. That makes sense.
So...
Makes a lot more sense now. He's trying to cast that Gristlebrand.
Yeah, so next turn he can drop. Or is Gristle 7? Or...
I believe it's 8, actually.
Is it 8? It's 1 red, that's all I know. It is 8. Okay, so...
Okay, so Vince is 2 off casting Gristlebrand.
Yeah.
Game's been a lot of fun so far. We've had, some more lopsided than others, obviously. Some of these decks are very combo-oriented, and Magic is played at a blistering pace.
Yes.
But sometimes we play these longer games, and that's what we're looking at now, is the longer, more exciting game here.
Yeah. And then sometimes you get a game where someone dies to a Nicol Bolas activation because they kill themselves, and they just mill out, which was incredible. Check out the VOD after this. The Elaine and Brandon Curry match is probably one of the most exciting matches I've ever seen in my life.
And we're gonna be putting all this on YouTube as well. Dark Ritual. Okay. Yep. So yeah, this will all go on YouTube, but not only will it be there. In the past, we've just sort of put the stream on there for you to watch. But I'm gonna cut up the VOD into pieces. So we'll be able to you'll be able to watch whichever match you want when you want.
Supposed to not bring what up? That Gristlebrand was 3 7s and 2 good? Or and Gristlebrand's going to be pretty tough to beat here. Oh, Swords to Plowshares, that's fine. Never mind.
John Ryan's deck has no pathetic cards.
Yeah.
And it's ready to get rid of this Gristlebrand.
So draw. Draw cards. Draw cards, bro. Draw. You gain the life back. Oh, and John explaining to him, this is what you're going to do. Good guy, John.
Good guy, John Ryan Hamilton says,
draw your 7.
You're drawing 7, right?
Yeah.
That's what you said you were doing, right?
And then you're going to gain 7 life.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Yeah, the Legendary Oak. That was great.
Oh, boy. That was a heck of a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Yep. So, for those of you playing along at home, when you turn something into an elk, it still keeps its super type. I've seen snow elks. I've seen basic elk. This was a legendary elk. And Elaine had an Aether Gust in her hand that she could have used to take that legendary elk off the battlefield.
Yeah, and used it on... What was it she used it on instead?
She still had it in her hand when she activated it.
Oh, did she? Oh,
yep.
Wow.
She had revealed it off of
Confidant. Bob. That's right, yeah.
It was tough. It was a rough one.
The DTT here from Mr. John Ryan.
Mm-hmm. John Ryan really into these card selection effects between Dig Through Time and, of course, Drawn from Dreams.
Yeah. And, honestly, Dig, obviously, its power level is pretty well documented as just being busted in half. Band restricted and everything. Drawn from Dreams, I've been surprised has not performed better at other formats. And, here's a Blightning.
Drawn from Dreams has been doing a good job in Standard, of course, in the Fires decks.
Yeah.
But
that's about it.
Acquitting itself well here as well.
Yeah,
especially for sure. You don't have the critical mass of fetch lands and cantrips in this format. Oh, here it comes! Here it comes! Tinker's resolving. Vincent's tapped out. Aether Searcher. Emrakul is cast, so John Ryan will be receiving an extra turn. Yeah.
No.
Ugh. Wow.
There's the power of his deck. Which
Ashiok was not enough.
Yeah. Worth mentioning that John's deck, similar to Dan's deck, which we just saw, is essentially a control deck, mid-range, with a combo finish.
Yep.
And both of those decks are doing pretty well here today, and I think that exemplifies kind of like the power of that archetype, whereas Elaine went the more traditional control grindy route.
Yep.
There's a lot of play because you're effectively playing EDH here.
Yes.
It's all singletons. Mm-hmm. So maybe you draw the one you need, maybe you don't. So cards like Dig and Drawn have a lot of impact for them.
This massive card selection that John Ryan has access to it's really powerful for him.
Yeah.
Elaine, like you said, more in the school, the Ben Stark school of why should I need a win condition? I will just beat you with value.
Yeah, exactly.
Attacking with 2 power nonsense creatures until she wins the game.
And it's interesting that this is, for anyone that doesn't really follow the format, you may think it's just really swingy, powerful, strong effects. It's a lot more grindy than that.
Yes.
Because there are decks that just explode out, but they're similar to Belcher and Legacy.
Right.
Either win or lose. Live or die by turn 1 or 2.
And that's Vince's deck in a nutshell,
yeah,
right? With
is.
all these rituals and the indomitable creativity.
Yeah, the Underworld Breach, and he did not end up with Yogg-Will.
Right.
But
that's in Elaine's
yeah.
pool.
And it's one of those things that you look at it and you're like, okay, well, this deck can clearly do some explosive things, but it has to do them early because the longer the game goes, the worse those explosive things become.
Exactly. And so it's decks like John Ryan's, decks like Dan Zielinski's that really acquit themselves well in this format based on the fact that the rest of their, these combos are very powerful, but the rest of their deck, not blanks.
No, and the thing is, their combos are very compact. It's 1, 2 cards. That's all I need.
Right.
And that's how I get there. Similar to, Naveen's deck. He effectively, although he's a little bit light on counter spells, which I'm surprised Negate went so late.
Negate went criminally late in this draft.
The fact that, he also has that, I've got 2 cards.
Yep.
And those are my win conditions, and everything else is just digging me there.
Yep. Painter Stone.
Yeah, and he has the
Time Vault combo. And any card that you find in your bulk box, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's cards like Drawn from Dreams and Dig Through Time that I think really make the difference in these combo decks that say, all right, well, I'm going to generate not just value, but I'm going to go get exactly what I need right now. In a singleton format, the more you can do to say, all right, I'd like one of these and one of these and one of these, really increases the power level.
It really does. And it's interesting, I play CDH, that's my jam. So I'm used to these impactful singleton strategies, and it's great to see them here, but they're so diverse from what EDH is.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Because of the draft format.
Right.
Because me and 3 other people can't run Ad Nauseam Storm.
Right.
And if I draft Ad Nauseam, you can draw Lotus Petal and you can draw Mox Opal, and suddenly I have nothing.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting to see, and it's also in this match, seeing John with a kind of an all-in-ish combo, and then Vince with all-in combo.
All the way in. This is all the way in.
Yeah, what the disparity is between those two decks, and how, even just, I think John only has 1 or 2 white cards in his whole pool, and one of them Swords to Plowshares.
Yeah, he has Swords to Plowshares, and he has maybe one other card. Let's see. Where is it?
There it is.
He has... Teferi Time Raveler.
Yeah, Teferi Time Raveler and Swords, and those are the only white cards.
Yeah, but that's it.
And that's all he needs, because
that's there to protect the rest of his thing.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
He's got the Swords to Plowshares to deal with something like a Merit Lage, right?
Yeah.
And he's got the Teferi Time Raveler to deal with anyone named Dan Zielinski.
Yeah, exactly. 3 fairy reads. And target Dan Zielinski's. Oh yeah, balance on the board, correct.
Balance on the board, yes. I don't think John Ryan's going to be doing a lot of balancing today.
No. And there we have a Krinko's Command.
All right, so Vince...
Some Gobos.
Vince making some goblins, looking to get creative here, most likely.
Yeah, he has the Perforos combo, so...
Yes.
Being able to Underworld Breach for 1 million or 1 million Gobos off Empty the Warrens into Perforos seems...
Oh, yes.
Spicy.
Yeah, that's... Just building a board of shocks effectively is the way to do it. But if he can put a little pressure on John Ryan early.
Yeah.
Not that John Ryan has a lot of things to do about these really.
And was John the only one that got a board wipe this draft? He got Psych Rift. I don't think anybody else drafted.
Yeah, not unless there's a Pyroclasm, I think, also in John Ryan's pool.
Yeah, he's got Pyroclasm in the board as well.
But I don't believe there's another board. I mean, it depends how you feel about Washout out of Naveen's sideboard.
Fair, yeah.
Which, against Vince...
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
And here's the young Pyromancer, so we may start to see Vince now start storming off on... Never mind.
John Ryan hoping to build a board. John Ryan stopping Vince from building a board.
Yeah, Force of Despair kind of is too, true.
Force of Despair is a solid foil to the Arcane Savant strategy. Yeah. And of course, Elaine, having been on the Arcane Savant strategy, knows what to pick to counter it.
Doing, yeah.
She had a plan.
She went after it.
Yeah. No surprise there from any of us, really.
And there's another Signet. Deluge, I don't think was picked this time. Fire Covenant, another one that I don't think I've ever seen.
Fire Covenant.
I love that card. Love Fire Covenant.
Solid.
Let's see, we've got...
Yeah, we did not see Toxic Deluge today.
No. A land drop from Vince, and is this going to be a pass, or... Oh, we have something.
Cathartic Reunion.
All right, we're going to discard a Mind Twist, and as...
Faithless Looting, I want to say?
That is a Faithless Looting. That's pretty good, and we're going to flip this door. Pay 1, and it's copied twice, so it's
there's
counted.
2. There's 2 of them. You cast the spell, and then I got my spell. It's 2 spells.
Yeah.
And your spells. You've discarded 3 cards.
Yeah, but one of them's Faithless Looting, so it probably doesn't matter.
One of them is looting.
Although, if he's Hellbent now, which it looks like he has 1 or 2 cards,
he might have a card, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has at least something. I saw him.
Yeah, he picked it up. He'd set it down on them. And there's a draw go from John Ryan. We're going to play a land, so we're not going to Faithless Looting. Oh!
Yep.
2 off the top.
Sometimes they go flying. Yeah. John Ryan is counting. You never like to see your opponent count their mana.
No, that's when you know something bad is going to happen.
Especially when they play a land and a Mana Crypt afterwards.
6,
he's
7,
casting Aether Searcher, maybe.
8.
Nope. Yes, he's casting Aether Searcher.
What's going on in this game is slightly relevant to the moment, because you just got to hear this.
Yes.
So, we just had a Imperial Recruiter get Kiki, and Elaine's like, okay, that seems scary. And then they're in the deck count. He goes, all right, Shelldock Isle, underneath Shelldock Isle, Time Walk.
Whoa!
And he's got Kiki and everything he needs in hand.
That's brutal.
Shelldock Time Walk.
So an off-camera Shelldock Time Walk, but John Ryan says, hey, your permanents, you don't have them anymore.
Yeah. Well, Vince is at 1, so he still has outs. He still has outs. I don't know what they are. He doesn't have outs.
I'm unclear on the provenance of Vince's outs.
There's the handshake.
John Ryan advances to 4-1.
Yep.